Hey YouTube, so today I just want to make a video about non-firearm weapons that can be used in a shit hits a fan situation for either self-defense or dispatching game. So what's really important about this is a lot of people think when it goes down they're going to be able to, either they're ammo reloaders and they think they're just going to be able to reload ammo forever, but the thing about that is you need like smokeless powder, gunpowder, make that. And primers and those kind of things. And most people don't have the capacity or the know-how to be able to make that themselves, just from like the components. And I certainly don't. But even if you do know how, I think it's very rare that you're going to be able to have the chance to find those components and actually like produce the product in a safe way. So reloading ammo, basically you're going to have to work with the powder and stuff that you already have stored. And then as far as scavenging for ammo, that's another thing people think they're going to do, and you might be able to do it to some extent, but there's really two sources that scavenging ammo is going to come from. So first would be if someone's attacking you or whatever and you shoot them, take the ammo that they have left. If someone gets in a gunfight with you, there's a good chance that they're really not going to have that much on them. A lot of it will be probably used up during the fight, and you're also going to be using some of your own during the fight, so you might not be any better off than before. Possibly even worse off. So I don't know how much you can count on that. And then also with scavenging, just like going to abandoned houses or whatever, searching for it. Most people, I think, whenever it goes down, if they have ammo and guns, they're probably going to take it with them. So that's probably not going to be very viable options. You're probably not going to come across ammo that often. Now it may happen. I'm not saying it will never happen, but probably not enough to keep up with your demands, especially, you know, if you're also planning on not just using your ammunition for like attacking marauders or like defending yourself, but also for hunting, and you're probably going to want to train with it every once in a while, or teach someone how to shoot, or just sighting in rifles or whatnot. So with all those sources expending your ammo, you might run out of ammo fairly quickly. It might be quicker than you think, unless you have a lot stockpiled. So basically, what you can only count on is what you have stored up. So therefore, once that goes out, you're going to be out of luck unless you have some other ways to defend yourself and acquire food. So the first thing I have here is a tomahawk. Now, this doesn't do you much good for acquiring food other than possibly dispatching an animal on trap, but it's more for defending yourself, and obviously you don't want to get in a fight with someone who has a gun when you have a tomahawk, but hopefully you've got enough ammo stored up that by the time you run out, everyone else around you has definitely ran out months ago, or if not years ago. So the thing about these is, obviously it's pretty large, so you're going to have more reach if someone's coming at you with like a knife or whatever. But where the tomahawk also exceeds is with disarming people, and if you watch some videos and just do some practice, you can get the techniques down pretty easily. Next you have the sword. So obviously you can fight people with this or whatever, but where I think it becomes very valuable because of the reach is say like dispatching game that's caught in a snare or something, because you know when an animal's caught in a snare, say like it's like a coyote or something, you don't really want to get that close to it, but this gives you a little bit of reach. You can put it down, and that might be also something you do before you run out of ammo, so you can make it last longer, not have to waste a shot on like killing something in a trap. You could also make a spear to like fulfill the same purpose. So next thing I'm going to show you is my bow. So this is like a more traditional bow. It takes a lot of practice to use, but I've been doing this since I could walk, so I've got practice in. Pretty deadly. It can kill any size game, honestly. Buffalo, elk, caribou, any size game. And it's a good hunting tool. It's very quiet. And the broadheads, if you stick something, it may not go down right away, but eventually it probably will bleed out, because that's a pretty large cutting surface flying at you. It's going to deal a lot of damage. And you could use it to defend yourself too, but like with the other things, hopefully the other person doesn't have a gun. So next I have a pocket shot. It's basically just a kind of weird form of slingshot. You hold it here, you pull the rubber part back, let it go, and this is like a projectile that I can use, but you could also use small round rocks or ball bearings or whatever, and that can be used for hunting like small game, like say squirrels, rabbits, birds. Can be quite effective, especially if you have some practice. Now the rubbers on the back can wear out, so you might want to have, if you consider getting this model of pocket shot, you might want to consider getting either multiple pocket shots or like replaceable pouches, or you could get another kind of slingshot, just whatever works for you. So the next thing I'm going to be showing you I don't actually have yet, but I saw it in a video and I thought it was worth talking about and bringing to your attention, because I don't have the funds for it, but you might, and you might be interested. So this is a Seneca Dragonclaw. It's an air rifle. So I first saw this on Demolition Ranch's channel, didn't think much of it, but then I saw it more recently on Drop Forward Survival and Zach Fowler's 30-day survival challenge. And it piqued my interest because I saw that they made pumps for this to where you could refill air, because what it uses is compressed air. You can do that by yourself, so I was like, okay, cool, so you don't have to rely on like having enough air tanks or whatever. And another thing about it is it shoots a 50 caliber projectile, and that's something like it can shoot like a round ball or like different kinds of like slugs basically, and that's what like muzzle loaders and stuff typically use, so you can get ammo for it that way. But they also make molds, especially for round shot, that you can just melt down some lead and pour it in there and cast your own. So if you have the pump and you can cast your own, you basically have a bolt action gun that you can 100% make your own ammunition for, which, as long as like the parts of the gun don't fail, that's like an unlimited supply, as long as you have like a source of lead, which would not be that hard, just scrap basically. And I think that's like really cool, because you can be the last one with the gun when everyone's run out of ammo a long time ago. And on the website, it said this has the capability to take down a game up to the size of like wild boar and stuff. But the first comment I saw was someone saying how they'd killed multiple white-tailed deer with one. So obviously it does have that capability, and that would mean it could also kill a person. So inside here is like the air tanks and stuff, and it can hold. It has the capacity when filled to fire several shots without having to be re-pumped up. So really it is truly like a bolt action rifle. And you put the 50 cal projectile in here. This slides open, then you place it in and slide it closed and you fire. Or you can also shove like these special kind of arrows in there and use arrows, which is neat. So yeah, that's just a pretty cool option that I thought I would bring to your attention. Yeah, that's about it. Have a good day.